Hello, everybody. This is our project of affirming diversity through home remedies. My name is Luisa Macias Enriquez.
I'm Alexia Castorena.
And I'm Alyssa Duran.
And we are from New Mexico State University.
Okay, so this project was led by the current need related to multilingual learners in our context. That is the need to collectively come together with students to validate important practices, traditions in their culture. And our driving question to the project that we made was that how can I create an environment where my multilingual learners will have the opportunity to share and validate important aspects of their cultures with their community.
And the CLRT principles that we were basing the project on is CRT 3, which is learning within the context of culture, and CRT 5, so culturally mediated instruction.
And we're going to show you what we're going to ask the students to do. So we're going to ask them to, ask their families or their grandparents about what foods they use, or foods or herbs or practices that they use as home remedies, right? So, and we're going to ask them to post it in this website, which will be available for everybody, but mainly for the community. And this website will have the mission statement, which of course this is a product. And of course, this is for like healing tools that are significant for their culture. That way we're validating their culture as well. And our community is here in Las Cruces, La Mesa, Vado, Mezquite in New Mexico, where although the majority of people here are Hispanic, we're Hispanic, there's also a wide variety of students because of the university. Mainly we have a lot of international students that come from the Middle East, Asia, and a lot of places, so they will be able to know what they use in their countries as well. And
this is a project that we would really like to continue like through generations, because it's a website that we can edit. It will be like each year the students will complete their research about whatever they decide from their culture, and put like the history related to their culture, like what is helpful, like what it helps, why do they use it. And so each year students will be able to upload, and then the next year set of students will just add to this project instead of like making a new one. That way our research of these practices and foods and herbs will just keep growing throughout the years.
Yes. And some reasons for choosing this project, it provides opportunity for students to share things about themselves, important intimate details about their families and their cultures, beliefs that their family has instilled in them. Allowing them to do this creates that classroom environment where they know that they are welcome, that they are valued, and everything, all the details about them and their tradition, they get to share with others and kind of validate them. And it allows not only for their peers to get to know them, but also us as teachers, staff, and just getting familiar with your community, since this website is available to not just the school community, but the community in general. Some premises we based it off of was Nieto's findings on affirmation, solidarity, and critique. So if students are to transcend their own cultural experience in order to understand the differences of others, they need to go through a process of reflection and critique of their cultures and those of others. So Nieto 2010. And kind of basing that, it's like maybe not everyone will agree or believe or think that some of these practices or remedies might work, but it's important for them to understand, like, well, why is it important to this person's culture? How did it come about? And just validating the importance to their culture, even though it might not be important, or even it may be an effective practice in someone else's tradition, but just so everyone can become educated on the significance of such practices, and for them to reflect on their own. If they believe in it or not. It's just for them to have that knowledge.
Right, and just going off with what Alyssa was saying, we're using their funds of knowledge to learn about what is important to them. And so we're gonna have, like you can see here, the tabs of food, and we put an example of like a project that a student would do, like caldo de pollo. And like every abuelita will swear that caldo de pollo is good for like a cold, sore throat, or even upset stomach. So like if and the ingredients are provided in a little bit of the context about that food, about that dish, and then the recipe can have like a little link for it for the instructions. And what we want to also have is that the students will be able to, like if they want to do like an infographic, they can, or if they want to do a poster, we'll take a picture and then post it to like include everybody, to like bring in inclusion. Or if they want to make a video of themselves doing it and then showing it, we can also post that here. And then it's another example. It's a gordo lobo tea, which is for coughing or sore throat, and it gives you here the ingredients and a picture taken by the student and a little bit of how it's made and the background about that.
And then as you can see, I'm sorry. And then as you can see, many of this are like projects. It's not, we don't mean to disregard Western medicine. It's just to add to what the ideas we have. Because there's home remedies that we had at home that we believed, or some cultures have believed for a lot of centuries. And this is just a way to show, like for them to show that. And as you can see, many of the projects, like both of the examples we have, they have the white, like what that ingredient helps. Like for example, the tea right there, it says like, it has like vitamins, it has stuff like that, antioxidants that help. So we're not trying to diminish Western medicine for those who like believe on it, but also like trying to bring the popular knowledge into the academic knowledge.
Right. And Alexia, do you want to talk about the resources?
I think Alyssa can have a better understanding of the resources.
So on the basis of our project being like food related, we wanted to list some resources for any families that might suffer from food insecurity. So these are resources that are available in the whole Donna Ana County, not just like Las Cruces specific. So the first one we have is Casa de Peregrinos. They distribute food boxes once a month on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The times are listed, the address is listed. Families who are approved for WIC and SNAP are automatically qualified for this program. There's the website link for some more information. And then there's also the Roadrunner Food Bank. So again, this is an office that is located in Las Cruces, but it serves all of Donna Ana County at several different locations. Many schools in LCPS and GISD are food distribution centers. The food distribution centers that are at the schools are restricted to families of students who attend, but here we listed other food distribution centers. So it's and just kind of the like the things that you need. So, a photo ID, proof of address, proof of zip code of where you're requesting to get food from. And it just has the times and everything for those distributions for families who do, need a little bit of help with food.
Right, and for
just to consider. Oh, go ahead, Luisa.
No, and we just wanted to make sure we add that for our project. If anything else, like if next year another, church or another organization also we'd like somebody knows about it, we will put it right here for everybody else to know. So it's also like a community. So like as a community, we're creating and building knowledge, not only of what we know, but of the resources available within our communities.
Yeah, and then just this is a project that it's very adaptable because it's based on your own like community. Like for example, we added a lot of like Las Cruces resources because that's the community we live in. But you can adapt this project however like to your needs. For example, the tabs, we decided to do it by food, herbs, practices. But you can also do by grade levels if your community group. You can also do it by, because we took it into consideration that this is a class project, but if it's like a school project, you can put it by grade levels. You can put it by cultures, by different cultures, like have them however you want. You can modify it.
Right, so it can be adapted to any grade level, like for younger ones, if they prefer to do a little video, the teacher or the parent can take a video and then we'll be able to, post it here. And yeah, so it's for any grade level, even like from kinder through 12, or even for us college students. So this is our finalized product with of course, a mission statement that, says a little bit about us and where we are and what is this project about, who will benefit from this, which is everyone, and why we chose the project, and how to navigate this website, which is, of course, that it has those little tabs on the top. And finally, besides our culturally mediated instruction for the CRT, we also added everything in Spanish, just because in the area we are located. And we added the linguistically responsive teaching, which is we chose number 2, which is the value of linguistic diversity. And number 4, the strategies for learning about the linguistic and academic backgrounds of MLLs. And how would we implement this in the classroom, just like we explained a little bit ago. And of course, all that information is also available in Spanish, the same questions, just in Spanish. ¿Por qué elegimos este proyecto? ¿Cómo navegar el sitio? And, what the context about this, of course, the CRT and the LRT, and how will we implement it in the classroom again. And we added like I said, everything in Spanish and English. Caldo de pollo, and then it's in English, and here's in Spanish, because students will be able to, they will be able to write in both languages or at least we're going to try. And of course, we see this, and the practices, the resources, and they're organized a little bit better. And recursos, which is in Spanish, the same thing, just the places where people with food insecurity can go and have that. And there's also a tab about us, and we actually created a Gmail just for this project. And of course, we just about ourselves, we're future educators studying in Southwest United States. And for anybody that wants to add to this project, we created this Gmail account just because once we finish NMSU, we won't have our NMSU account. So we want to make sure we will be able to continue with this. That would be our product. And I hope you liked it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.